Coach Jones said at the beginning,
Go ahead.
Coach Jones said there was a lot of unknowns going into the first game. After this first game, what do you know about your team?
We know how to overcome adversity. You know, something that we talked about all off season, leading up to this point. Adversity is going to hit and strike at any moment, and it just happened to be the first game. We had a lot of adversity throughout this game, a lot of things that didn't go our way, but still sticking together, still playing together for each and every one of us. Still continue to play complimentary football, and not looking at the scoreboard, just playing complete 60 minutes.
What does the defense need to improve upon this next week heading into Virginia Tech?
I'll definitely say communication. Everybody's been on the same page. We had some instances tonight where a couple guys were off assignment a little bit, but we ended up finding ways to pull this game through, and we played together as a team in the second half and in the overtime period to get the victory.
Cortez, obviously Jalen's not been a guy who's come off the field very often the past couple of years. What went through your head when you saw that he'd been ejected and you know that you're probably going to start getting a lot more reps?
Had to go in and fill that role. Had to make guys to my left and my right, the D-line, the back end guys, had to prove to them that I can step in and contribute at any time in the game. And I really just did everything I did on the field for those other 10 guys that was on the field with me.
In the fourth quarter, Appalachian State runs a comeback to the 28-yard line. It's tied up. Fourth quarter, you've got to stop it. Just talk about that series and the defense's mindset at that point.
Just got to get stopped. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day. Just playing inspired football. Knowing that, like Cortez said, knowing that you have the guys to your left and to your right's back. Especially at that time. The only thing going through our minds is just making the play. Getting off the field. Stopping it on offense, and keep doing what we were doing. But especially in a moment like that, after a big punt return, obviously, they're happy for that and jumping around, but just minimizing that and keeping that to the moment.
Speaking of making plays, you talked a little bit about Abernathy.
Yeah, just another guy who comes to work each and every day, never complain, and he's not just a leader. He's a quiet leader, but he's not just a leader on the back end. He's a team leader. One of the guys that I speak for the whole team. Everybody can depend on. Everybody count on. And selfless guy. Doesn't worry about himself. Do anything you ask him, whether it's defense or special teams, or switch positions, whatever his role is. He's going to do it to his maximum potential. So I'm really excited for he made a lot of plays tonight. Really excited for the plays that he made tonight, and just looking forward to continue for the rest of the season.
Cam, take us to that fourth down in the
halftime. Did you talk to Jalen any at halftime? And if so, what was his message? And then
I did. He came in halftime, and he was watching the game in the locker room, and just telling us some little things he saw out there on the field. Still staying tuned, still staying locked in. Just like I said, embracing that leadership role and really getting to the guys, whoever's out there on the field. Letting us know, that we got finish the game out, continue to play a full 60 minutes. But I didn't see him hanging his head. I didn't see him down or in the dumps. He was still with us. Doing everything that the coaches were talking about, and still getting to the rest of the team. And it wasn't just the defense; he was getting to the offense. Everybody in the locker room. So just for him to stay locked in and stay in tune, even though he wasn't out there, we really appreciate that.
Also joined by Darrin Kirkland Jr.
Cam, can you take us through that fourth down in the overtime, the end of the game, and Micah's play, the defensive call, and what you saw in that play from your vantage point?
Just a familiar set that we've been seeing pretty much the whole game. Obviously, it was a pass situation. Micah did a good job of getting off the hash and just going to make a play on the ball, pretty much. Something that I've seen him do numerous times, just going up and making plays in critical times.
How frustrating is an offense that runs the play clock all the way down? How hard is it to sustain momentum when they do that?
I don't think it's frustrating. I think it just challenges your team and your focus. Still staying locked in. Putting your eyes on your right keys, on your right guys. Knowing the down and distance. Knowing all the little things, formation sets, tendencies that all go into it. But you know, something that we're accustomed to, you know, facing an up-tempo offense, you know, each and every day. And, you know, I don't think it's a big transition when we get out on the field. You know, we're so ready to fly around and move around. Guys are still locked in, you know, whether teams are going fast or, you know, changing up, you know, the speed of the game. So, like I said, it just comes down to just being locked in and just doing your job.
Cam, could you take us through your interception? And then, Darrin, if you would take us through how difficult it is sometimes to deal with the team running an option the way Appalachian State runs.
Yeah, that's a familiar set I've seen on film. They had tight splits in the boundary. So obviously, I was thinking, you know, a high-low concept. Something was coming back towards the sideline just because they're trying to give themselves space on the sideline. And just kind of just baited the quarterback a little bit and just came off and just made a play.
And Darrin, if you would.
Speaking